Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Tesla stock and then Rivian, Lucid and Ford. So we do have on Tesla some structure change. That is, we have turned red today in the structure. So that's something to keep in mind, right? So, however, becoming as in the sentiment full on bearish as if we just gonna break to the complete lower levels is, I don't think that's in the books as well yet. Now, what does that mean, right? So yes, right now weakness is there and we have lost not just the structure but also 20 days moving average. But something that I want to point you to is also that if I take you to the weekly interval on Tesla, we are still technically in a weekly interval, a sort of higher pivot, right? I'm willing to give it until 203, the same level again as what we have previously been talking about, where we also have the 200 days moving average. Until then, sure, if the sell-off continues, it continues. I'm fine giving it this much of move as well. When I say, I mean, I'm not going to go full on bearish that, guys, okay, it's going down to $150. That's not the case. If we lose $203, then yes, we can start talking about maybe $150. But until then, I would consider this as, okay, maybe some more cool off is possible, but that's until at least 203 is what we are watching. Now, before going to the lower time frames and intervals, I want to point you to my Junior Trader Dividend Investing channel because most importantly, I hold my Tesla position here. My Tesla dividend ETF, that is a covered call ETF, and together with NVIDIA, Amazon, finance, energy ETFs, name it, right? If you want to follow along, please subscribe to this channel. Link is the description below of this video, and that is Junior Trader Dividend Investing channel. All right, so all right, let's come back here and let's go to the hourly interval because yes, we have an intraday weakness. I showed you we are losing the structure. We are also on the intraday being rejecting underneath the cloud, staying below it after breaking it and continuing lower highs, lower lows, still technically in the downward structure on intraday as well, right? Now, for tomorrow intraday, if any upside has to be played, well, we'll have to first get above at least $211.25. Then only structure will again intraday as will start to look a little bit upside bullish again, right? And I would say not just 211, I would want to see it actually above 200 hours moving average altogether to continue that trend to the upside. Otherwise, no. We already have the weakness. You can follow either of these pivots, right? You can follow these technical pivots as well, or you can just follow 50 hours moving average as well as a reference, but just don't lose sight of this lower highs right now. So to get out of it, we first at least have to get above the significant level 211 with at least 200 hours moving average. But yeah, this is where right now we have broken the structure, right? That's what I showed you on the daily interval as well. We have broken the structure and that's a problem, right? So yes, Tesla is in the overall structure has broken it. 203 areas what we are watching now where 200 days moving average is. But yeah, it's in the downtrend unless it gets above 211. All right, so that's Tesla. I want to keep it simple because it's simple. That's what you have to pretty much just watch on it. Let's take a look at Rivian. So Rivian, as I have been talking about it since yesterday again, we are in the bullish structure right over here since this good breakout. And you can see today's pullback also got bought back up. It's also above 200 days moving average now. And so all in all, it's looking fine as long as we don't lose this level now, $14.11 and even like $13.67. We are just fine on Rivian and can continue higher. All right. So that's Rivian. Let's take a look at Lucid. So Lucid, as I showed you some data as well yesterday, it's sitting at 30% short volume, right? So this potentially has been also a short squeeze. And today we had a little bit of a sell-off, but that's fine. It just eventually got bought back up. Structure still remains bullish on this thing, but it's a little bit resisting at this recent previous high, not all-time high, just recent previous high. And but the pullback, as we can see, is getting bought back up today. Now if we go to the lower time frame, let's identify, is this just a rebound or is this a good strength that we can continue higher tomorrow? Well, so for tomorrow, if you want to continue higher, you need to let it get out of this pivot first here, that is $4.10, and 20 and 50 hours moving average both. If Lucid can continue to get above it, it can continue higher. If it rejects here, then yeah, unfortunately, it's turning into again a lower high on intraday level, and that will eventually bring some structural potential changes on the daily as well. But right now, it's too early to say that if it's just going to continue lower. I gave you the levels to watch on the hourly interval, right? As long as we can get above 20 and 50 and take out this pivot tomorrow, it's just sure upside. And even if we can continue to stay above $3.98 and form a pivot here and then break 20 and 50, that's also fine. That's a pivot. The problem is that if we don't form a pivot here and fail to break above 20 and 50 hours moving average, then again, this pump is over. And that's what I'm trying to say. And definitely above, if we can get out of this resistance zone now, then we are watching above levels like $5.31 and so forth. All right, so that's Lucid. Let's take a look at Ford now. And so with Ford as well, so it's a simple play. Ford, as long as it can stay above 20 days moving average, now this rebound has a possibility to continue up to $11.94. Structure on this remains bullish still, and this may continue to remain bullish for a good amount of time. But again, I'll just deal with the structure and trade that accordingly. But yeah, Ford at least may potentially continue to $11.95. Then we'll see what happens, because yeah, and then if it gets above $11.95, it can continue higher ranges like $15. But we are not fully out of this tornado's resistance as well, though. We are just right now hovering over here, right? But yeah, let's see. If it pullbacks comes, we would need to see a pivot at 20 days moving average or above. But yeah, that would be that. Again, don't expect too much of like $10-20 move out of it. That's not the stock. It's just more like range bound stock. All right, Ford, right? Okay, guys, well, that's it for this video. And if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.